What's up, guys? So today, in this video, we're going to talk about perfection and why just the concept of perfection itself, I really just don't like it. So first things first, we all know what perfection is, right? Basically something that is completely flawless. There's not one thing in you, in me, in everybody, or in this goddamn fucking universe that is perfect. Even when you think about where we live today, planet Earth, like yeah, if we were a little bit closer to the sun, we would burn. If we were a little bit further away from the sun, would freeze. It is perfect in a sense, but because of the fact that it could always be better doesn't make it perfect. The fact that literally anything and everything could always be better, that takes the concept of perfection out of the window, which is why nothing is perfect. Which is why you're not perfect. I'm not perfect. Another thing about perfection too is the definition of it and just how you visualize perfection. It's very different and it varies with every single person. For example, if you were to ask yourself, what is your perfect physique? What is your visualization of a perfect physique? And you ask me the same question, we would probably have, at the very most, very similar answers, but they'd still be different. And that's the problem with perfection. People keep trying to chase it and chase it and chase it when it's something you will never ever reach. Because there's not a single human being that is meant to be perfect. There's not a single thing in this universe that is meant to be perfect. It's like, you ever seen those, like, that kind of terminology where it's like, oh, it's like a dog chasing its tail? That's exactly what it is. You are chasing something that you will never reach, which is why one of my favorite quotes that I've ever just observed and just analyzed is, don't chase perfection, chase progress. Because when you chase progress and you're so focused and so locked in on chasing the progress of the result you could possibly get, you have a chance of getting, like, for example, someone who posts 20 times a day and they consistently do it for a long amount of time, it's going to be basically impossible for them to fail because they're doing such an absurd amount. And that's what I would encourage anyone to do. Whether it's your goals, posting videos, starting a business, gym, etc., whatever the fuck you want to do, you should do so much of it at such a high effort that it is basically impossible to fail.